Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, or whatever brilliant disasters you consider yourselves tonight. I see you, the restless, the wounded, the beautifully broken, the dangerously hopeful. You came for a spark, so I brought you a wildfire. The speech. You know, people always talk about order. They worship it, they chase it. They wrap their whole lives around this tiny idea that the world is supposed to behave, like a pet on a leash. But you, oh, you magnificent anomaly. You didn't walk that path, did you? You moved like chaos in human form, and still kept it royal. Isn't that something? Isn't that extraordinary? To walk into rooms that were built to break you and leave the walls shaking instead. You didn't come into this world wrapped in silk and promises. No, you came in fists first, heart first, fire first. Every doubt they threw at you, you swallowed it whole. Every insult, you sharpened into a crown. Every fear, you molded into a throne. Because you, yes, you, were never meant to blend in with the quiet ones. You are meant to interrupt the silence people fear chaos because it cannot be predicted. It cannot be controlled. It doesn't bend, doesn't kneel, doesn't apologize. And you learned that early, didn't you? That when you stop begging the world to treat you kindly, it starts respecting the way you walk through it. Let them call you too much. Let them say you're difficult, unstable, intense. They whisper these things because they don't know how to hold a soul that refuses to shrink. They don't know how to handle a mind that refuses to be caged. They don't know how to stand beside a spirit that refuses to collapse under the weight of expectation. But here's the secret we both know. There's royalty in the chaos, not the kind handed down by blood, but the kind forged in fire. And you didn't just survive the flames, you danced in them. You rebuilt yourself in the smoke and the ash, and dared the world to look away. You want to know what makes you dangerous? It's not the scars, it's not the shadows, it's not the pieces of you that have been cracked open again and again and again. It's the fact that you kept getting up every single time. You learned to turn pain into momentum, fear into strategy, loneliness into clarity. You turned your worst nights into your sharpest wisdom, and the world hates that. Oh, it despises it. Because nothing terrifies people more than someone who has already walked through their personal hell and came back carrying matches. So listen closely. If they call you a storm, smile. If they call you unpredictable, laugh. If they call you dark, let them look harder. They're still not seeing all of you. Because beneath the madness, beneath the cracked grin and the sleepless nights, beneath the thoughts that twist like smoke, beneath the heart that refuses to die quietly, there is a throne not made of gold, not made of jewels, but built from the parts of yourself you refused to bury. Every shattered moment is part of your crown. Every betrayal is a jewel. Every healed wound is a ribbon of power woven through your spine. You are not here to be palatable. You are not here to be predictable. You are not here to be manageable. You are here to be inevitable. And the sooner you accept that, the sooner the world will too. Because what they don't understand is this. Chaos is not destruction. Chaos is evolution. Chaos is the birth of something stronger, something truer, something uncontrollable, undeniable, unforgettable. And that is why you are royal. Not because you were chosen, but because you chose yourself every time life tried to unmake you. So stand tall, my brilliant catastrophe. Straighten that crown they swore you'd never earn. Walk like a storm wearing velvet, Breathe like a fire wrapped in skin. Move like the masterpiece that refuses to fade. And remember, you moved like chaos in human form, and still kept it royal. That is your legacy. That is your power. That is your throne. Now go. Remind the world why it never should have underestimated you. You moved like chaos in human form. Not the simple, shallow, predictable chaos they teach about in stories, but the ancient, bone-deep kind. The kind that civilizations once feared, the kind that gods once tried to chain. You moved like the kind of chaos that doesn't walk. It arrives, it descends, it erupts, twisting the air, bending expectations, and forcing every soul in the room to feel the tremor of your presence before they even hear your voice. You moved like galaxies colliding in slow motion, like a storm rehearsing its rage, like a prophecy written in reverse. Every step you took carried the weight of 1,000 untold stories, and every time you stood back up, the universe had to rewrite itself around you, because you refused to stay in the roles others carved for you. And still, oh still, you kept it royal. Not royal in the fragile decorative way they put on pedestals, not royal in the shallow way crowns glitter under cheap lights, but royal in the way your spirit refused to bow. Even when your heart was cracking, even when the world mistook your thunder for trouble, even when people walked away because they couldn't comprehend the strength it takes to burn and rebuild yourself in the same breath. You kept it royal in the way your silence carried more command than other people's screaming. Royal in the way your scars didn't make you weaker. They became armor, they became insignias, they became the jewels in a crown you forged out of nights that would have swallowed someone else whole royal in the way your chaos never lacked intention. Royal in the way your darkness never lost its discipline. Royal because even when everything around you fell apart, you remained the eye of your own storm. Calm, calculating, aware, and impossibly unbroken. You moved like chaos in human form, yet carried the poise of someone who knew that destruction and creation are siblings, and that the ones who survive the fire learn to command it. Your presence didn't just enter space, it rearranged it. Your energy didn't just disrupt patterns, it rewired them. Your existence didn't just challenge expectations, it annihilated them and replaced them with something fiercer, sharper, truer. And through all of that, through the bruises you refused to hide, through the betrayals you outgrew, through the storms you walked through barefoot and uninvited, you kept it royal. Because royalty isn't about thrones or bloodlines. It's about the way you rise after life tries to drag you face down through the dirt. It's about the way you stare at your own reflection and see not a survivor, not a victim, but a sovereign forged in calamity. You moved like chaos in human form, and still kept it royal. Because the crown was never something placed upon your head. It was something that grew from your spine, from your resilience, from every moment the world tried to break you, and you whispered, "Not today." You are a crown made of storms. You are a throne carved from endurance. You are the embodiment of the truth they fear most, that chaos becomes unstoppable when it chooses to carry itself like royalty.